The high-profile case of the attack on cine superstar Saif Ali Khan, a suspect has been picked up from Girgaon in Mumbai. It was supposed to be a big breakthrough, but now sources revealed that after hours of questioning and identity matching, this man has been let off. He's not the man who stabbed Saif Ali Khan. Sources in the police have also revealed that they did a facial and fingerprint match, and it doesn't match with the prints found at the crime scene. So it appears to be back to square one for the Mumbai police. The attacker is still at large, and it seems like the Mumbai police is still in the process of making any substantive breakthrough in this high-profile case. After executing the daring crime, the accused was spotted escaping using a staircase of Saif Ali Khan's building. The moment of escape caught on CCTV camera was 2:33 a.m. We've also seen the man making his way to Saif's house at 1:37 a.m. In the latest footage that we've accessed, you can see the attacker climbing the stairs slowly. He had his face covered with a mask. He was lurking around that area, and he made his way up at 1:37 a.m. Almost 50 minutes later, he's seen escaping. Now, there's another CCTV footage of the alleged attacker which has surfaced, where he's caught on CCTV camera with changed clothes the next morning near the Bandra railway station. This suspect has used a building's back passage to flee, and as per sources, he had recce'd the building in the past and was completely aware of its layout. It's still baffling because nobody, not the security, not the neighbors, not even the CCTV cameras installed inside the premises of the building, nobody caught this criminal entering or exiting the building. Let's now quickly take you through exactly what we're talking about as far as this entire case is concerned, and what are the missing pieces of the puzzle that even the cops are looking for. For instance, where is the attacker himself? Cops can't find Saif's stabber. That's another question that comes out of this. How did he manage to flee? There's still, of course, other questions like how he managed to overpower Saif. How come that nobody saw him entering or exiting the building? And how is it a robbery bid if nothing was stolen from that area? Was the attacker known to staff members or someone else in that building? And was he already hiding in the building before the attack took place? Didn't the security see him enter or even flee from the building? And how is that even possible? Is the attacker alone or part of a larger nexus is a question that many are asking, and also the fact that 20 teams is not enough to find the attacker. Breaking news coming in at this point of time. The cops have recorded Karina's statement, and senior officials of the Mumbai police were present to record the statement of Karina. Based on the statement given by the maid, a similar sequence of events was asked to Karina. What exactly happened? Who saw the accused first? How did the intruder attack Saif? And whether the intruder was seen in the building locality at any time before. Mumbai police feels that the attack happened as part of a burglary incident, but still other angles are also being probed at this point of time. Let's go across to Nilesh for more on this. Nilesh, very significant. Katrina Kapoor Khan was present inside the house when the incident took place, and we understand the police is trying to get better and more details from her as to how this incident occurred, so that they can explore all the possible angles as to who the perpetrator could be.
Well, yes, absolutely, and we have been raising various questions as to how is it possible that one individual is able to break into a house, is able to attack a celebrity, and later on is also quite conveniently is able to get out of the building premises. Now, what we are picking up through our sources is a big and a significant development that the Mumbai police officials have also recorded statement of Karina Kapoor Khan, the wife of Saif Ali Khan. Now, this becomes significant because after FIR was filed onto complaint of Lima, who happens to be a babysitter, house helper of Saif Ali Khan, now police officials need to corroborate all of those incidents which was narrated by her, and hence they have spoken to Karina Kapoor, and we are expecting by tomorrow it will be Saif Ali Khan's statement which will be recorded by Mumbai police officials to ascertain, to understand what exactly happened on
statement
that,
also expected to be recorded by Mumbai police. Thanks so much for that quick update there. Nilesh Shukla, in fact, reporting on the story 4 times now. Let's now cut across to the auto driver who was hired by the children of Saif Ali Khan to take him to the hospital after he was brutally stabbed by the intruder. भजन सिंह राणा is joining us. भजन सिंह राणा जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. सबसे पहले बताइए, उस रात को क्या हुआ था, आपने क्या देखा?
जी हाँ जी, मैं देखो रात में गाड़ी चला रहा हूँ, तो 2:45 या 3 बजे का टाइम था जी। मैं उनके घर के बिल्डिंग के नीचे से निकल रहा था, तो एक लेडी आगे से आती है, मेरे को हाथ देती है। रिक्शा गेट से भी आवाज आती है, बट जो आवाज आती है तो मैं देख रहा हूँ, तो कोई आ रहे, बोले कोई किसी को घाव लगा है, बट गेट पे गाड़ी लगाओ। तो मैं गेट पे गाड़ी लगाता हूं, तो एक शख्स निकलता है और उनके साथ में और भी उनके परिजन रहेंगे, कोई भी जान पहचान के रहेंगे। तो एक को शख्स लगा, उनको वाइट कुर्ता पैजामा पहन के, उनका पूरा ब्लड निकल रहा, पूरा रेड यानी कि लाल लाल हो गया था पूरा, ब्लड से पूरा सब दिख रहा था। उसके बाद में देख रहा था इधर थोड़ा बहुत जख्म भी लगा था, तो देख के मेरे को भी घबराहट हुआ। मैंने कहा अरे ये तो बहुत ज्यादा कुछ हो गया है।
और जब सैफ बाहर निकले तो क्या आपको अंदाजा हुआ था कि यह एक्टर सैफ अली खान है?
नहीं, मैं उनको इतना ध्यान गौर नहीं किया था कि सैफ अली खान है, बट उनका जैसा पोजीशन थी। हाँ
जी, और उनके बच्चे भी उनके साथ थे उस वक्त ऑटो में, और कौन कौन बैठा था?
हाँ जी, उसमें और भी जन थे, उनके परिजन थे या बिल्डिंग के कोई सदस्य वगैरह थे। तो 4-5 लोग थे, गेट के बाहर निकले। उनके बाद फिर मैं उनको बैठाया, एक जन को और बैठाया, एक बच्चा था, वो बच्चा भी बैठा।
बाद में जब फोटोज आपने देखे तो कुछ समझ आया कि ये बेटे हैं सैफ के, तैमूर या इब्राहिम जो साथ में है?
हाँ अरे वो 7-8 साल का बच्चा होगा था।
अच्छा, इतना ही समझ आया आपको? और उनके परिवार में कोई आपसे इस घटना के बाद मिला है?
जी नहीं, और किसी ने बातचीत नहीं करी
जी। पुलिस ने कोई इस पूरे मामले को लेकर किसी ने बातचीत की है आपसे? पुलिस की तरफ से भी कोई तहकीकात को लेकर किसी ने कुछ बातचीत की आपसे?
नहीं, पुलिस ने भी बातचीत नहीं करी सर।
और जो ये घटना घटी है उससे पहले क्या कुछ देखा आपने कि लोग उस एरिया में अंदर जा रहे हैं या बाहर जा रहे हैं, इस तरह का कुछ उस सड़क पे आपने देखा हो?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं लगा सर। वो खाली जब रिक्शा जब निकला गली से, तब आवाज आई, गेट से भी आवाज आई। तो फिर एक लेडी जो थी वो बाहर से हाथ दिखा रही है, बोले रिक्शा रोको 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 रोको। तो मैं रिक्शा रुकाया उधर।
जी, और आप कितने साल से ऑटो चला रहे हैं मुंबई में?
जी मेरा हो गया 15-20 साल हो गया होगा।
अच्छा, ऐसी कोई घटना आपने पहले कभी ऑटो चलाते हुए देखी है जो आपने इसमें अनुभव किया है?
जी सर, ऐसा कभी वारदात मैंने कभी नहीं देखे।
जी
हाँ जी।
और आखिरी सवाल आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगा कि इतनी बड़ी घटना के बाद मुंबई नहीं लेकिन पूरे देश में, क्योंकि सैफ अली खान बहुत बड़े सुपरस्टार हैं, बहुत लोग इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, बहुत लोग डरे हुए हैं, आप क्या कहेंगे?
हाँ जी, हाँ ये भी है, बहुत गलत हुआ जो भी है उनके साथ, जैसा भी हुआ। बोले कि कोई अंदर बिल्डिंग के अंदर कोई चोर घुसा था, चोर के मामले से घुसा था, कैसे घुसा था वो तो इतना सब नहीं, मगर ये बहुत गलत हुआ।
All right, so that is Bhajan Singh Rana. हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. The man who in all probability had a major role in saving Saif's life because the kind of wounds were quite serious and of course he had to be operated upon, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, at this point of time, let's take this across to our guest joining us. With us is Rajiv Pandey, spokesperson of the BJP. We have Dilip Tahil, actor, joining us. Sanjay Pandey, former DGP of Maharashtra, is with us. We also have advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst. Sanjana Galrani, actress, is with us. Sanjay Pandey, being a former DGP and knowing how these things work, people are of course asking many questions. It's been close to 48 hours, yet there doesn't appear to be any breakthrough in terms of identifying who the attacker is, and therefore there are questions being asked of the state police and the state government.
I can only say this, that this is a bit too early to ask any questions either way. Police, I am sure, is doing their job. And it is not required of the police to disclose as to where they have been, what they have got, and how close they are to solve the case. With my experience and having known Mumbai police, I think they are pretty much on the job. All the angles that you've talked about, the various issues of ransom, the issues of entry and how escape and everything, I'm sure they are covering. It's a matter of time, and 48 hours in a case like this, I'm sure they would also like to keep some secrecy for the investigation. Well, we are investigating through the media, but many a times this is not very conducive for such kind of investigations. There's a huge family involved, issues of privacy involved. I think they are doing a right job by not disclosing as to what they're doing.
No, it's perfectly fine. The police can disclose what they want, when they want, but there are some seriously important questions. And let me bring in some of our other panelists. Sanjana Galdani, the point is it's about 48 hours later. We do know that Saif is a person who, has bouncers around him, private security, wherever he goes. At a place like this, at a high-profile location like Bandra, at a very upmarket apartment such as this, if this is the kind of security, then there are some very serious questions, isn't it, for even the common citizens, leave alone superstars.
It's a very big shame on the entire country's law and order. I feel very ironically bad to be making this statement, but it is the truth that if somebody of a Baba Siddiqui's level, somebody of a Saif Ali Khan's level, if they are not safe in the country, then what about people like us, and what about people who are, rather the lower middle class or below the poverty line? There's absolutely nothing called safety or security in this country. I used to be listening awful things about South Africa, that women are randomly raped, kids are kidnapped, and there are murders that happen. Where have we headed to as when it comes to the reputation of the country? Imagine the kind of a signal this will pass in the entire world, that there's a superstar who has such a high security around him and he is not safe in the country. Then what about us? I am so scared. I have a child, and I was having a conversation with my security guard today,
there was no
telling him,
at that point
listen,
of time.
Wake up, we have to be really,
there was no
really
security at that point of time is one aspect, but of course the building security, the security apparatus should have at least had some kind of check so that such an incident doesn't happen. Dilip Tahil, we were discussing this earlier, and you had mentioned that there are some serious lapses that all the police, that VIPs themselves, that stars all need to look into. But how would you like to respond to Sanjana Galdani when she says that this is a serious issue that we as a country have to be concerned about, because it also reflects upon the image of all of us collectively? Dilip Tahil, can you hear me, sir?
Well, not very well. First of all, a very good evening to you, and thank you very much for having me on this program. I actually didn't hear Sanjana because I'm having a bit of a sound issue. But
I'm sorry, we'll try and rectify that.
The area of concern obviously is what have been. Yeah, it's better now. The serious issue is like coming back a bit. There's a lot of speculation after the event, but the fact remains that, and I emphasize this, that Saif lives in a very high-end building. The occupancy of this building did not happen more than about 5 to 7 years back. Now, the reason why I come to this point is because one would imagine that a building, such a high-profile building, and Saif has several floors of residence, his family and him have several floors of residence there. I cannot believe that a building of this kind of sophistication and a modern building did not have 24 hours CCTV, real time, being monitored in around the house for every nook and cranny of the building. So from that point of view, I think it's a complete lapse in the security of the building. Let's focus on how this person managed to actually enter the building and then exit the building without being apprehended, without anybody having anything more. And apparently he came through the staircase. So these are the issues that have to be addressed. I know there are a lot of theories going around about, so I don't want to speculate on that. I have full confidence and belief in the Bombay police that they will resolve this problem, that they will find who he is. He may be changing his shirt and going here and there, but he's not going to escape. He's going to get caught. And I'm perfectly confident about that. But the issues that come around also, and I like to compliment the rickshaw driver who stopped for him. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning in the Bandra area, a lot of rickshaw drivers don't even stop for you. But so, I mean, I'm really, we are all collectively grateful to this auto rickshaw driver who you have interviewed on your channel, who actually stopped for these people. So there are various areas, the various things. And the other point that I come to is, it's completely targeted. Saif's place has been targeted because he's a movie star. Today with social media and the publicity, everybody knows where everybody lives. They know how much they earn. All this is in the public domain, how many cars they have, which schools their children go to. So frankly, I'm not really surprised that he did his homework and definitely with some help, maybe from the security guard or other people, but maybe definitely with some help, has targeted.
All right. Just coming to you, Mr. Tahil, in a moment. Let me quickly bring in some of other panelists. I think there's some very important points that you've raised. Of course, accountability has to be fixed, Rajiv Pandey, at the level of the society itself and those responsible for the security there and the security apparatus there. There's no two ways about it. But there are larger questions about what happens after, and the larger questions about where the entire investigation is headed. In fact, we've seen a number of demands from opposition leaders demanding accountability from the Chief Minister who has charge of the Home Department. How do you respond to that, Rajiv Pandey? Please unmute yourself and speak, Rajiv.
Mumbai, I can say, Madhav, good evening. I can say Mumbai is the safest place. If you compare with any other city which is having more than 2 crores population. Here we are, per capita police is less, still we are more secured. And Mumbai police has done fantastic job for several years. If you see, you will have to distinguish between 2 types of crime. One is the individual person who is becoming a criminal and going and indulging in crime. And second is the organized crime. So in last 10 years, except Baba Siddiqui case in which it emerged that there is some gang which has operated, Mumbai police has kept Mumbai as a safe city from the organized crime. One of the panelists is talking that in the country law and order and all. We have seen what was used to happen in Mumbai. Every year used to be bomb blast. Every year used to be train blast. We have seen. So what I'm trying to say, what has happened that is very unfortunate, and Mumbai police will go after that criminal and they will unearth. Even in the case of Baba Siddiqui, more than 37 people were arrested and all were charge seated. So Mumbai police is doing their work. As far as this case is concerned, there are many unanswered questions, and only after an investigation we can comment. As Sanjay Pandey ji has rightly said, that 48 hours is right now. Let police investigate. Everything will be out, and who are responsible. As far as the accountability is concerned, Madhavdas, your question was
quickly make your point. Yeah.
As far as accountability is concerned, police will take action, and individual crime, it is very difficult to stop an individual criminal. I don't know what is the motive. Let the motive come, then we will talk about it.
Let me bring in Kapil Madan on that note. Kapil Madan, here you have Mr. Nana Patole, who is of course the Congress state president there in Maharashtra, calling for the resignation of Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Now, it's been about 48 hours. Yes, people are of course anxious. People want to ensure that there is justice. But, isn't this also taking things a little too far by calling for the Chief Minister's resignation? Kapil Madan.
No, Madhav, let me just say one thing here. I mean, look at the, sequence of events, and I totally agree with what, Mr. Dalip Tahil ji has said, that, you've seen that there was lack of security insofar as that private building is concerned. Second, you also have CCTV coverages, installed by the, police department to carry on the surveillance. So my question is that, what has the police done? And let me give you a mandate why, there is a, uproar by the opposition on this issue. What does the law mandate? The law mandates in, ordinary circumstances, you should be able to finish the investigation within a span of 24 hours. Now, 48 hours have happened. Today, we don't know what was the motive. Today, we don't know whether it was a friendly entry. Today, we don't know whether any present or a former, maid or any kind of house help who has helped this gentleman, or it was a, simpliciter case of, a robbery attempt.
Right.
So I think, the opposition's job is to, question the government and seek accountability from the government for any law and order issue.
Right.
Now, if this is a law and order issue where, the person goes in, is able to make entry, break open, several, entry points, and gain entry and commit this kind of an assault, and the most troubling issue is that he is able to seek an exit also.
All right,
he was able to exit.
Let me bring in 2 points. One is of course accountability that Kapil Madan is saying, Rajiv Pandey, and also what Mr. Dalip Tahil said has been echoed by several celebrities. Here's what Ravina Tandon has posted on social media X, that targeting celebrities and soft targets in what used to be a safe residential area has become rampant. Aren't these very valid concerns, Rajiv?
Madhav, it's a valid concern. I'm not saying that police will have to do more patrolling and all, but until we come to know which police, we have seen that people were killed. Gulshan Kumar was killed. right now in the film industry, have you heard any ransom call from some gang operating from outside? So these things are stopped. So organized crime, Mumbai police has destroyed organized crime and
But
organized
sir, there are
crime
threats on
syndicate.
Salman Khan,
These
there are threats on Shah Rukh Khan. All these things are very widely being reported.
No. Listen to me. Tell me one news which is saying that some gang member has asked money from a film star. Earlier it used to be every time film stars used to give money. And in film stars used to have
that is, sir, that may have been the situation. It may not be as big as the situation of the 90s, but a bullet was fired at Salman's house. Let's not forget that. Let me bring in Sanjay Pandey, because he is somebody who's perhaps seen the 90s decade very closely. Mr. Sanjay Pandey, perhaps things haven't gotten as bad as the 90s, but there are many who feel that things, one after the other, what we've been seeing over the past maybe year or two, that it's headed in that direction, particularly with the role of organized gangs and Mr. Baba Siddiqui's killing, the shootout at Salman's place, now this incident. While they may not necessarily be connected, there are some very, very genuine fears in the minds of many people. Sanjay Pandey.
I'll make a statement here that you see some of the crimes, the crimes of passion, the crimes which are due to emotion, and some crimes which are related to transactions. It's very difficult to stop them. It's very difficult to stop them. And to say that why this kind of, here there are questions being asked about the entry, how the person came and how person went. Let me tell you this, I'm not an advocate of Bombay police or of any party, but I am certainly the advocate of security. And here, the point I'm making is that how is it that today we are saying that some law and order has fallen apart? Yes, a person of a very high profile nature has been attacked, and God should really, I wish him well, that he should get out very soon. But that one incident, yes, very ghastly, but that we to raise a question on the entire police force and to entire state machinery, I think he'll be doing a disservice, and we'll be sending a very wrong signal to a lot of people who may be gullible.
Sajna Galrani, is just one incident, or is it just one incident that people are concerned about?
This is not a problem. This is not a problem which has to be addressed for the Bollywood celebrities or for the South Indian film actors, or basically this has to be addressed on the very grassroots level. Aren't there human beings who live in Dubai or Saudi Arabia where the entire country is 0% crime? And why are they 0% crime? If a robbery happens in the next 2 to 3 days to 5 days, when it's for sure that this is the accused, they literally cut off their hands. If there's a rape that happens, the person is hung within a span of 1 week or maximum 10 days. That's how instant the law
I certainly hope you're not advocating Sharia law. But the point is well taken, Sanjana, and I want to bring in Dilip Tahil on this. Dilip Tahil, is it because our criminal justice system just takes so long to actually work that people and criminals, etc., get emboldened? Is that the sense? Is that really the root cause of this kind of daring crime to take place, dastardly at that?
Madhav, please spare me, but I do not want to enter into a conversation of capital punishment or where, and of the law the way it stands. Today is not the day to be talking about that and about capital punishment. What I would like to say is that Bombay is a very complex and a very difficult city to police. Let me give you an example. When I praise the Bombay police, I do it with reason. If you go from Navy Nagar, which is at the end of South Bombay, all the way to Mud Island, which is towards the northwestern suburbs of Bombay, you take that whole bit. In every square mile that comes in between that, the amount of celebrities and the people who are moneyed and wealthy people who live in this area is bigger and greater than any other city in the country. And this is being policed by the Bombay police and the Maharashtra police all the time. So it's a very difficult job which the Bombay police is doing, and they need to be complimented for it. I am absolutely certain that this person will be caught, but you have to give the police time. Fortunately, the police don't work on media limitations and time. They will do a thorough investigation and find this person, and that investigation is on. So I think at this stage, to politicize it and to say things like the government and the chief minister should resign is completely without foundation. I don't see how this comes into the conversation.
Okay.
And I think that we should focus on the police investigation and what their findings will be.
Well, close eyes on the police investigation, and we'll be bringing you all those exclusive news breaks through the course of the weekend and in days to come as well. But I'd like to thank our entire panel: Rajiv Pandey, spokesperson of BJP; Dilip Tahil, actor; Sanjay Pandey, former DGP; advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst; and Sanjana Galrani, actress, for joining us this evening.